Oh, I didn't notice you all there. I was in the middle of my daily meditation. But since I have your attention, how about I give you a little insight into meditation and mindfulness and how dedicating a few minutes of your day can help benefit you? My name is Brett David. Follow along with me as we dive into some historical information regarding meditation and mindfulness. We'll also talk about a few famous people you might know that practice or have practiced meditation. And then we'll finish up with three mindfulness and meditation techniques you can implement in your life that can help you quiet the day-to-day chaos we can all deal with from time to time. All right, we'll get into some history. The Stoics and mindfulness. As you can see, there's a quote up there by my favorite Stoic, Marcus Aurelius. The quote up there says, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." With that being said, I'll provide you with two practices that the Stoics put in place to practice mindfulness. The first practice that they put in place is called the view from above. That's where you imagine yourself floating high above the earth to see how small and significant and insignificant your daily worries are in the grand scheme of things. It gives you a perspective. Hey, these problems that I'm dealing with today, in the grand scheme of things, they're not that big. The second one they practice is called the dichotomy of control, which is a daily reflection on what is within your control, so things like your thoughts and your actions and the way that you react to things, and what is not in your control, like the weather, the other people's opinions, and outcomes, and how you can view those things that aren't within your control as external factors that you don't need to focus on. Put most of your energy into the things that you can control. All right, now we're going to talk a little about Buddhism. Buddhism is a religion and it centers on two main goals: developing a calm, focused mind and gaining deep wisdom. The three core practices are samatha or calmness, vipassana, insight, and metta, loving and kindness. Practitioners of Buddhism observe their breath, body, and thoughts without judgment to let go of suffering and see reality clearly. And once they're able to practice and put all of those three things together, they are reaching for a state they call nirvana. All right. So, North American Indians and the Vision Quest. I have a stock image of a Native American, what appears to be a Native American there, and it looks like he's looking somewhere. I'm assuming he's on a quest. But a big part of the North American Vision Quest is getting information from the village elders, gathering resources, bringing yourself somewhere deep into the woods, sitting down, closing your eyes, and centering yourself with your surroundings and nature. That is, you're required to put yourself in a meditative state to attain that sense of connectiveness with nature. All right, now we're going to talk about three famous people that I'm sure you've heard of or seen at least one of these individuals. Steve Jobs in our top left-hand corner, he was a practitioner of Zen Buddhism and mindfulness throughout his adult life, and he credited meditation with unlocking his creativity, his intuition, and focus. In the center with the basketball, that's Michael Jordan, if you didn't know. During his championship years with the Chicago Bulls, he actually hired a meditation coach to help. He and his teammates manage stress and enter the zone to focus on the games that were in front of them. And then in the top right hand corner, we have Oprah Winfrey. She's also a famous practitioner of what they call transcendental meditation, which doesn't require you to clear your mind at all, like you would assume a lot of other meditations do. Focus on your breath or analyze your thoughts. Instead, you silently repeat a personalized, somewhat meaningless mantra that's assigned by a certified instructor, and you repeat that mantra until you do reach that state of clear mind, clear thought, and controlled breathing. All right. Now that we went over some history, we went over some famous people that you might know that are famous practitioners of mindfulness and meditation. We're going to go over three different mindfulness and meditation exercises, starting with one that they call focused attention. It's also known as counting the breath. This exercise trains your brain to stay on track. And how to do it? So you're going to sit comfortably with a straight back, kind of like I'm doing right now. You're going to close your eyes. And the practice is as you inhale with your eyes closed, you're going to mentally say 1. So with your mind, you're going to say 1. And then on the exhale, you're going to count 2. And you're going to continue to inhale and exhale till 10. And then once you reach 10, you're going to start back over at 1. And you can do that until you reach a state of calmness or a state where you feel centered and like you're only focusing on the meditation. The second one is my personal favorite, and I feel like when implemented properly, it's the most effective for me. It is the body scan. And this technique is, you can do it when you're sitting up, but it's a lot more effective when you're like laying in a bed or even laying on the ground. You'll lay down and then you'll focus on a specific part of your body. So you can do it as I guess detailed as an individual finger at a time to limbs. It's just kind of your decision. But you'll lay down and you'll clear your mind as best you can and then focus on a body part. And you're not focusing trying to control that body part. What you're trying to do is just focus in on it and then slowly focus on letting that body part and that body part alone relax. And then when that body part actually relaxes, you move to the next body part. And then eventually you're going to get all of your body parts, and hopefully by the time you hit your last body part, you'll be in a calm and meditative state. And the third practice is called the mindful observation technique. And this is a mindfulness technique. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a stationary object, something ordinary like a pen, a leaf, a seashell, a cup of water, just anything that's inanimate that's laying around. Then you're going to watch that object wordlessly. You're going to look at it as if you're seeing it for the very first time. So try to avoid naming it. So instead of thinking of it, it's like, oh, this is just a golf ball or this is a tissue. Look at its shape and color and then the shadows that it produces. And then you're going to engage your other senses. Pick the object up, feel its weight, its texture, its temperature in your hands. If the object makes a noise, you can like tap it, make a sound with it, smell it if it has an aroma. And then when you're in the state of the mindful observation, once your mind wanders, so once you actually take your mind off of that object, you're going to return to your regular operations. So what you're doing before. So it would be natural for your mind to wander, but just allow yourself that time to kind of be in the moment with that object, and that's a good way to practice mindfulness. And you can do that with large and small things, just to break up the day and allow yourself that centering and that specific mindfulness on that object. All right, so that's my presentation. I appreciate you for listening it. I hope you guys can incorporate some of these meditation techniques and mindfulness techniques in your life. And have a good day. Also, namaste.